Australian rules football is a high-speed, chaotic collision of soccer, rugby, and Gaelic football, played at an intense physical extreme. Inside Australia, the sport dominates the culture. Across a single season, over 8.2 million fans filled the stands to watch the action. For the grand final alone, over 120,000 spectators pack into the Melbourne Cricket Ground, creating one of the largest single-game audiences on the planet. Yet outside of its home country, this sport barely registers. It is an isolated anomaly, utilizing massive infrastructure and drawing a rabid domestic base for a game the rest of the world completely ignores. This diagram shows the highly specific setup of the sport. 18 players per side, spread across a massive oval field, using an oval ball, aiming for a unique four-post goal structure at either end. To advance the ball, players are legally allowed to kick it or punch it, an action known as a handball, but under no circumstances can they throw it. How did a single country end up inventing an entirely distinct set of physical laws for a sport? The answer goes back to Melbourne in 1858. A local named Tom Wills needed a way to keep cricket players fit during the cold winter months. Because they were cricketers, they used the fields they already had. That is why the modern game is still played on a massive oval. Soon after, Wills and a few colleagues met at Bryant's Hotel to draft exactly 10 rules, standardizing how players could tackle and kick on these giant pitches. The bizarre shape of the field and the ball are direct functional adaptations to 19th century winter training limitations. From Victoria, the game expanded south and west, taking deep root in South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. This map illustrates what locals call the Barassi Line. It marks a sharp geographic divide, separating the footy-obsessed southern and western states from the rugby-leaning northern and eastern states. Despite that cultural boundary, the sport has grown into a continent-spanning professional ecosystem, boasting over 555,000 registered players across its multiple tiers today. A local winter conditioning drill evolved into a fully realized national league, shaping distinct regional identities along the way. Because AFL clubs are embedded in nearly every town and regional hub, they maintain a physical network that reaches deep into the Australian landscape. The league uses this reach to lead Indigenous reconciliation efforts, specifically through the annual Sir Doug Nicholls Round, which celebrates the contributions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players. Clubs also run their own initiatives, like the Essendon Football Club's The Long Walk, which focuses on honoring Indigenous history and promoting solidarity on a national stage. These partnerships provide remote communities with direct pathways to health services and leadership training, creating a support system that utilizes the sport's popularity to address regional isolation. At the grassroots level, teams like Collingwood run academy programs that give youth from diverse backgrounds direct access to coaching and development. Clubs also leverage their massive fan bases to address systemic health issues, funding workshops and counseling resources through partnerships with organizations like Beyond Blue. This push for inclusivity recently resulted in the launch of the AFLW, a fully professional women's league that has significantly expanded the game's demographic footprint. The modern league relies on these community pillars to maintain its relevance in an increasingly competitive global sports market. What began as a makeshift conditioning drill for 19th century cricketers has evolved into a uniquely Australian cultural obsession. Those original 10 rules, written in 1858, created a game that now coordinates essential health and education programs across the continent. While the rest of the world remains indifferent to the game, Australia has successfully built a massive, self-sustaining ecosystem that supports its people just as much as it entertains them.